Hello, everyone. So I always log on a little bit early for my lives to get everybody a chance to find us and come hang out. I cleaned my brushes. They're really stained. So I'm just kind of drying them off there. And we'll just wait for everyone to join. I do want to apologize. I was supposed to do a live twice already this month. One was mine, and I had car problems, and I obviously just couldn't get there. And then I was covering for a fellow team member, and I came home to no internet, and then we lost power. So let's keep our fingers crossed that today nothing goes wrong. Because quite frankly, these past few days have been very trying indeed. If you hear a dog whining in the background, it is my lovely pit bull. Becca, you guys all know B, and she had an accident. So I'm telling my son I'm live so he doesn't keep being loud. I hope you guys can't hear that. So give me 1 minute. I better just go tell him, right? Okay, I'm back. Hopefully one day we'll get that house built and be able to live the dream in a quiet place. So as you start joining in, just go ahead and leave comments down so I know you're there. We'll start in about 2 minutes. But no, B had an accident. Not so much of an accident as a fight. Tuesday night, a stray dog wandered into the yard, and there was a bit of a dog fight. And B spent Tuesday night 7 hours in surgery to repair her ear. So she's in a cone. She doesn't like the cone. She's actually not in any pain to my immediate knowledge. I just don't think she likes being in a cone. So she's whining to get snackies and have herself babied, and it's working out for her perfectly. Her ear is going to be fine. It's just going to have a nice little scar to show, right? So my poor baby. So I just wanted to let you know, if you hear a dog whining in the background, it's just her because she wants more attention. So about less than a minute, we will get going live, and I will show you everything that I'm going to play with today. We can zoom in a little bit. So I hope everybody is having a better week than I am. Oh, yeah, I do too. She's got to wear the cone for like 10 days, and then mid next week, I got to make an appointment. I got to have her stitches taken out. So yeah, she's not very happy. And we have a puppy as well. So our basset hound Maggie was born in May. So she's really is Maggie May, but she doesn't quite understand that she can't roughhouse with her sister, and they can't play because we don't want to break open the stitches. But such is life. So she's resting on the couch right now. I've got her pillows and her blankie, and she seems to be fairly happy with that. All right, it is 7, so we are going to start today. So I am going to play with the wood stencil, this beautiful wood 6x6 stencil, and I've got the Fall Florals stamp set here. I've got my Bruce Monroe Raven ink, and I've got 2 Distress inks, Rusty Hinge, and Gathered Twigs, and I also have Glitter Glaze and Alabaster. And here's all the fun stuff that I'm going to be using to embellish the page. I've got these 2 to map my photo, which is this one right here. This is my stepdaughter and her best friend, and this was their, I want to say, junior year homecoming. I'm pretty sure it's a junior year. Yeah. So I made the hat. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it was a cowboy theme, so I actually found a red hat and I made it into that of her school colors. So let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to do some ink blending. I think, let's see, where do we want to put the picture? Not ink blending, but stencil work. I think we're going to put that there. So we'll run the stencil, and I always like to run it off the page, and we're going to do both of the, so this is gathered twigs. So I'm just going to line this up on my mat and line that up. Then we're just going to come in and just kind of start blending that away. Really should tape that down. I've been playing with this stamp set for a few days. Isn't it beautiful? It's like, it's just a beautiful stamp set all around. Very versatile. So I'm just going like back and forth and just trying not to be too rough so that I don't smudge. And we're going to come in with the rusty hinge as well. Just trying to be conscious of where the line is so that I don't end up with like a very harsh line. And we're just going to keep going back and forth. Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorite stamp sets. I like all the little bitty, like these little bitty guys are so useful for like creating just added dimension to your layout, right? All right. Just kind of getting this in here. Like I said, I'm going very careful around the edges so that we have kind of a fun brown and orange look. Kind of went a little crazy right here in the middle, but that's all right. And then I think we'll do this and we'll split the page. And what I mean by split the page, I'll show you guys. So we'll use some pattern paper to cover up this portion here. And I just go back and forth. So this time it doesn't really matter if I go down here because I know I'm going to cover that up, right? So we're just going to kind of blend it together. Yes, you can make great background. Yes, great backgrounds with those tiny bits. It's like my favorite portion. I love to add dimension to the background. Sorry, I was oh, I was thinking. I'm trying not to like get ink and then have a fingerprint, you know. All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay. So I'm going to move this because I do want to clean this off because then we're going to come in with the glitter glaze as well. So we're just going to clean this off. And I always use rags, like paper towels, so that I don't. It's like environmental, I guess, right? I don't want to create that much waste. So these I just wash. And I even use it to like clean up the paste and stuff. And when it gets like too hard, then I just toss them. But for the most part, they wash pretty well. All right. So we're going to come back in here. I'm going to layer that right over it. And we're going to take our alabaster glitter glaze. And we are just going to do just a very thin layer. I don't want full coverage. Whoa. We're just going to kind of add a bit of sparkle here and there. Okay. This way it'll sparkle, it'll be pretty. And it adds just a little bit more of interest and dimension to your background. So what is everyone doing tonight? Are you guys having fun? Are you scrapping? Are you just relaxing? And I try not to overwork it because I don't really want to push it under the stencil. Okay. And we're going to set this to the side so it will dry, or not that it'll dry. I can clean it when we're done. Sorry, I don't know. All right. So now we need to let this kind of sit for a minute, and we want to matte our photo. But first, I think we're going to go ahead and do a 4-inch strip of this one. And we'll do a 5-inch strip of this one. And this was just a random kit that I have. And it's like perfectly themed, the cowboy theme. And I was like, this paper matches the stencil. So it was like, it was all meant to be. So I'm just going to adhere that one down. And now that is a very thin layer of glitter glaze, so it will dry fairly quickly. And I'm just going to pop this on right here. That's a lot longer. Anybody else notice that? So we're going to trim this off. And the glitter glaze will also help that stick, right? Okay. It's almost dinner time here. Kind of hungry. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and get this matted. And this layout is going to be almost done, right? I've been told I'm like a crazy, super fast scrapper. And I'm sometimes like, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it takes me forever to finish a layout. So I'm just going to hand cut these. Now I hand cut the borders for the most part because I feel like if it's crooked, then I can be okay with it being crooked because I did it by hand. But it's like when I try to trim it with the trimmer or like make the mat completely the right size, I never get it on there right, and I just feel like it just looks horrible. So this way I'm like, well, you know, at least I know it was hand done, so if it's a little off, it's because I cut it by hand. But I do just for the most part hold my scissors extremely straight, hold the paper straight, and I do have like, I think these are the 9-inch scissors from Tim Holtz, so that helps. So we've got our photos matted. All right, and I know I'm going to put the photo here. So I do want to kind of come in with a little bit of the stamps. In the detail ink, and I just kind of want to, I'm going to pop them around. So we're going to use some of the leaves today. The ones that I haven't used, I'll just rub on my arm to get it prepped. And I just kind of pounce it in there and turn it. And we're just going to make some falling leaves. I am being careful, trying not to stamp where there's glitter glaze, right? We'll put this one back. And we'll grab another one. So homecoming's usually in the fall. Oh, good evening, Donna. How are you? Thanks for joining. I do like to run my stamps off the page as well. Do believe I got a little bit of glitter glaze on there, so just before I tap it into my ink, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I wipe it off, right? And I'm wiping it off. I know those little leaves are so cute, aren't they? I feel like we could use them for so many things. And with fall being here, right? It's like the perfect time to just start using these things. So get some fall layouts, but I do like to show how you can use more of the themed stamps for things that aren't so themed, right? Like I know this is homecoming, but we're going to make it like a wood grain background pretty much. I have to take it right there. I did get some. That's all right. So it kind of looks like it's underneath it. Oh. Because the glitter glaze is not, is this a card? It's a scrapbook page. So yeah, I make a 12 by 12 scrapbook page here. I really like scrapbooking. Now I'll make cards, but I prefer scrapbook pages. I used to make cards all the time. All right. Wipe that last one off. And let's start assembling. I am going to be careful not to stick my hand in some glitter glaze, but let's be honest, it's probably going to happen. But it does have just a little bit of shine. So let me give you guys a bit of a close-up. So you can see just where I just got a few of the areas. I didn't cover the whole thing. I'm going to put that kind of at an angle. And then we'll get all these fun little embellishments that I chose. Whoa. I think we're just going to put our title right here. Well, this is kind of our subtitle, right? Because the HOCO, which is what this is by real title. I'm going to start tucking these things in and around. We got to figure out, let's see. I feel like we just need to do Hoko 2022 here. Now I did, would that make you sparkly? What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't under, what would what make me sparkly? If I stuck my hand in the glitter glaze, yeah, because it's still wet. Like that, it's still wet. uh, so I'm just trying to be very careful and not stick my hand in it. But I usually almost always do, Donna. Get this on here. Okay. I'm going to put our little partners in crime underneath that. And I may not get everything that I pulled for the layout on here. That's my dog. She is being dramatic. Let's put a little yeehaw right there. So I brought in some of the blues because the Hoko was blue, obviously. And I just try to use, yes, yeah, it would make me sparkly. I'm a little always, I guess I'm always sparkly then. I got the boots because they got boots. I want to use it somewhere. Just add it to our title. And this says cowboy style. So I'm just going to use that right there on my little tab that I put there. Little lasso. I think I'm going to save these two cowboy hats. And what else do we have? We've got some hearts to pop around. Let's get some of these guys on here. And I always kind of use my tweezers so they don't like so I won't get it centered. I know that. Okay, then we want to add this one there because that's where my glue drop fell. And this one, we'll put this little pink right up here. Somebody has plans. Let's see, do you have a big book to put this page in? Yeah, I put everything in a 12 by 12 album. So this is a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, and I have a plethora of albums. So I just basically put them in an album for the year that they're in and kind of keep them together. I do make like special albums for our vacations and stuff like that. So, and look at that flower right there, just to kind of jazz that up a bit. And that is pretty much it. I feel like we need to put it just like this. And the only other thing that I want to do is, it's pretty much like my little signature move. I like to do sketchy lines. So I'm just going to take our brown pen here and just ever so lightly do a couple sketchy lines, like definitely like not straight. We don't want them perfect. You want them to look like they were hand drawn. I do this because I feel like it makes everything look like it's got something holding it in with all the mixed media that's happening. Whoa, that was a bad one. And so it's instead of like bordering the page or whatnot, it's just kind of hanging in there. I'm going to go very careful in these areas where I know there's glitter glaze. And then we'll take it down the side here. And that's going to do it, you guys. How cool was that? It's quick, fun, easy. You could do this, pick up the stencil, get some of the glitter glaze. Remember, you don't have to put it on thick. You just put a nice thin layer. Then you get a little bit of the shine. There it is. So I can zoom in so you can see that a heck of a lot better. So as you can see, we're getting some shine in this area here. I don't know if you can see that. We can go in. There it is. See all that fun glitter going on in there? Yes, I do hope that everyone, we can look back on it years to come and know that this is what we were doing this year. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. If you don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, since there is a time delay, I will give it a few minutes and see if you have anything else. And if not, I'll see you guys later with another live. Don't forget to go check out Brutus Monroe and pick up some glitter glaze. The Raven Detail ink is my absolute favorite. The wood stamp stencil and the floral set. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you later. Bye.